Hello and welcome to this video. In today's episode of my Minecraft Forever world, I want to do a little bit of planning and building behind me and under me. For example, some fields over there, eventually a little farmhouse too, and my temporary base up here, which is gonna be something like a windmill, I think. And to do all of this, I am going to have to farm a bunch of materials, and to make my life way easier while doing this, I want to get up a beacon. So that's what we are going to do now, and let's hop right into it. After killing a bunch of wither skeletons and then letting the wither suffocate in bedrock, I finally managed to get up 2 beacons. Well, with a beacon comes a big problem. You need a block pyramid made of iron, gold, diamond, netherite or emerald to activate the beacon. I decided that the easiest block to get was iron, so I built an iron farm. After breeding a lot of villagers, building a railway track and then moving the villagers into place where they should stay to spawn the iron golems, I finally could use the farm. But later on I decided to make the farm a little bit prettier because it looked boring and the storage system was bad because you had 4 chests with the items in it instead of 1. So I built this myself, made the storage a little bit prettier, and so on. Okay guys, I did a lot of AFKing and I managed to finally gather up enough iron blocks. And I even have got some access in this chest, 19 more blocks, that's great. Okay, that means we can finally start building now. But before we do that, I want to quickly jump into a creative backup of the world. Because I can fly here and do all the planning I want. And actually that's what I'm gonna get started on doing now. Because I actually have never built a windmill before. And I'm gonna have a lot of try and error ahead of me. But I'm looking forward, so let's hop right into it. To get things started, I looked for some inspiration in the internet. I found what I needed and landed on a simple but cool design. The bottom of the windmill is made of stone and from there goes up a wooden tower with the fan attached to it. Also I added a little entrance house on one side because I thought that would help to get some depth into the whole building. And it did. Overall I went with a darker block palette but more details on that later. For the roofs I got a normal angle design with some tough bricks as highlights on the sides. The last thing that was now left to do was getting the windmill built up in my survival world, so I installed Mathematica. I made a blueprint of it and then got right to farming the materials, which weren't too many. After that I could finally build the windmill. To then continue with the project I got right to farming some dirt and then laid out a pathway that goes down from the top of the hill to the bottom. And while I'm doing this I want to use the time to ask you guys if you like this video till the point now, and if so you could leave a like if you want to, that would be really nice. And since I'm fairly new to YouTube I would be really happy if you subscribe to the channel too. Anyways, to get back to the project, as you can see here I tried around with some different designs for the stone walls and the grass layer on top, and then landed on one where the stone is made of andesite and stone with some moss on top to kind of get the transition to the normal grasslands. Anyways, I'm gonna show you this exactly later. I then built up some different little plateaus all around the area. And I think it's looking really good, but it's not too realistic. But I think we all know Minecraft, it doesn't have to be realistic as long as it looks good. Okay guys, this is where we are now. And before we continue with this area down here and over there, I want to quickly show you what I made. So these are the cliffs with the moss, so that it kind of looks like the grass has overgrown all of it. And the pathway, which is really basic, made of coast dirt and pathway blocks with some spruce slabs to be easily able to get up. Then we have these custom birch trees with, I think, turned out really good when you consider that these are the first custom trees I ever built, this one especially. Then we can go up the pathway even further. I think the layout of it turned out really good with all the curves and turns. Behind there is another tree and on top of the hill is the windmill, but before I show you that to you I quickly want to take a nap. Alright, it's day again. So for the windmill, I think it turned out really good. We have this kind of darker block palette made of spruce logs and a lot of dark oak. And I think it really fits together with all of the leaves from oak trees and the stone bottom. For the inside we don't have too much by now, just a little nether portal and the bone meal machine. Yeah, bone meal. I just had to think about it. Yeah, overall I'm really happy with this build, and all of these chests will eventually go to my future base, which is gonna be far over there, but that's gonna be another video. To then continue with the farming area, I started by laying out some pathways that are below the windmill, just with the same design as I used for the hill. Then for the fields, yeah, really straightforward, I used some spruce trapdoors to cover the water, and yeah, I think it's alright how it looks. As you can then see in one of the next clips, I'm not really happy with the stone wall design, but for now it should be enough. And yeah, these 3 fields I think turned out quite well when you consider that they are just fields. Okay, before I continue with the rest of the fields, I just quickly wanted to ask you guys about these different wall designs, because I think from close up this stone design looks great with all the detail it has, and yeah, the leaves just can't come up with this, but from far away, and that's how we are gonna see these fields most of the time, the leaves just look way better in comparison to the stone wall, because they are thinner, and in comparison to the way the stone wall just looks too much. But luckily I have you to take away this decision from me, so please write me in the comments what you think about these 2 designs and which one I should choose for the rest of the fields. So while I'm building some more fields in the background here, I want to talk a little bit about okay, that was a big voice crack here, I'm sorry. While I'm building up some more fields in the background here, I want to talk a little bit about the whole use case of this world, because this will be, I think, quite a long series on YouTube now, and it would just be good for you to know what I'm doing here. So the main reason why I built this world is of course to give my ideas a place to go to, but also to improve my building skills. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a bad builder by now, but also there's a lot of space on top of me. Or what? How do you say it? There's still a lot of room ahead, that's what I mean. And I just want to have this long period of time where we can look at our builds and just look at it later on, and yeah, I think you know what I mean, so that we can just see the improvement. Okay, now let's get back to what I'm doing on the video now. I'm just building out a lot of terrain around the windmill, because I did a lot of terraforming. I'm sorry that I haven't got any normal clips, just timelapse with voiceover. But I did a lot of stuff I'm gonna show you later on. And yeah, some more trees to finish off the area. These are some custom birch trees. I'm gonna link a tutorial for them in the description down below. And yeah, I just placed them all over the place because I think it looks really good. Okay, a lot of stuff has happened in the time that we watched right now and off cam. First of all, I gathered up netherite gear, and second of all, I did a lot more building. So as you can see, I decided that I like the leaf wall design for the fields more, but like I said earlier, you can write me what you like more, and yeah, if the majority says that the stone wall looks better, I'm just gonna replace it. Anyways, except for the fields, I also did some terraforming behind here with this little wall, but I'm not finished yet. I have to do the moss transition into the grasslands, and also over on this area behind there is my little Herobrine forest where I farm my leaves. Here I did some terraforming too, and yeah, when we go behind here, I think that it looks absolutely insane. Wait a second, yeah, I mean, just look at the view. I think it is really beautiful. So yeah, to continue with the whole project now, I think I'm gonna start at this area over here, as I have planned to build up a little storage house for like all of the crops here. And yeah, some more fields here, some more trees. But yeah, we'll see. Guys, I forgot to start the time-lapse recording, but I don't care too much about it. I can just show you what I did right now. So first of all, I built up a little hut. As I said earlier, I originally have planned this to be a storage hut, but I changed my mind because I had to get up copper for the roof. To get up copper, I had to get up bees so that I can wax the copper, that it doesn't oxidize. And I just really liked it, how the bees were flying around over there. And so I thought, why just don't build this here by the fields? Because then we can have the bees flying all over the place, and I think this just adds a lot of life to the whole thing. And yeah, the next thing that I have done is building up a lot of trees behind there too. And then I went ahead and just spammed bone meal everywhere like crazy, and also planted in a lot of rose bushes because I just like the color red, and these are some nice flowers in Minecraft. And yeah, that's basically it what I have done. And also that is it for this video, because yeah, we made a lot of stuff in today's episode. I am really happy with the finished product, and yeah, we'll meet up in the next episode again. Goodbye.